Welcome, citizen. I am your host, Venerati, and guys, I'm so glad to be back. Little hiccup in the content. Real life kind of came over because, well, I do live in America, and we ate a lot of turkey and family and shenanigans. But the main thing is that I'm back, and you're watching, and that's the main thing. So, what do we have going on here, though? What is this? It is going to be Madfrog. Yes. Madfrog will be going up against Sjow. Now, this is from the ESL Pro Series, and it is going to be a best of 3. And it's this one got a lot of hits, so I was like, well, if everyone's interested in this one, then I'll go ahead and cast this one because it is a good matchup. TVZ, this is like the standard, hatred matchup. You saw a lot of it in the campaign, but it's going to be interesting to see how our players decide to go about killing each other, because there are many ways to skin that cat, especially on Jungle Basin, because we've got this super awesome island, and it's just awesome. And we have this really comfortable natural expansion, but we have these destructible rocks. And a lot of times you get caught with your pants down, and that is not a fun feeling because they generally stick things where it's not supposed to go. So, what do we got going on, though? Sjow will be going ahead, will be starting to wall off his main ramp, it does look like. He did not put his first supply depot on his main ramp. There's a lot of reasons why you could be doing that, mainly so you don't get harassed by drones like this guy right here. They can go ahead and start attacking the SCV. Actually, exactly like what's going on right there, as that SCV is definitely taking some claw right up the rear right here. We do have 2 guys will be showing up, will be alleviating this guy, allowing him to go back. He has 10 HP, so he's definitely on life support right now. So this barracks will be resuming building. We should have 2 guys running in here, will be repairing this that one lucky SCV, and this one drone is going to be chased down by this SCV. I don't actually think he's going to be able to kill him, but we do have a Marine coming out, so the Marine will be able to administer some serious justice afterwards, but it's going to be a little while before he's actually out and about. Sjow going to be sealing off his front door because you do not want to allow a Zerg player to throw Zerglings into your main base, because most of the times they're just going to run right by your troops and head straight for that mineral line and try to do that deadly economic damage. What do we have going on for Madfrog, though? Madfrog is going to be throwing up a spawning pool. He did choose to grab his natural expansion first, so he's not going to be one basing it. This is definitely going to allow him to macro it up a lot more. This is a very crucial part of a lot of Zerg players' basically build orders, as you see a lot of guys go ahead and grab that first expansion pretty early, around 14, and that gives you a higher larva count. It gives you the ability to shift into macro mode very quickly, as you can just kind of start cranking out drones when you're on the attack, and you've got your enemy bottled up in his base like Sjow. Sjow's playing Terran, and Terran are notorious for turtling, so it gives you options, and that's what you really want to do for yourself, is give yourself options and not kind of be stuck in the wind or stuck in a certain gears as far as economy goes. So right now we do have 4 Marines moving out here. They will be scouting around, trying to figure out what exactly is going on. This one Zergling will be moving up here and will be getting a face full of Gauze bullets. So seeing that, he will be pulling back his Marines, as you can definitely lose a lot of Marines early on if there is a big herd of Zerglings that get that surround on these Marines, and they go down really quick. So as far as what is to come, we do have the factory for Sjow. He is going to be getting the Infernal Pre-Igniter upgrade, so we are going to see some very effective Hellions if Madfrog chooses to stick with Zerglings. Now, if he does grab a Roach Warren, those Hellions are going to be all basically useless, but we do have Marauders, and of course Marauders do excel at killing roaches. So right now, we do have this Hellion moving out here, just kind of poking around, trying to see what's going on. Of course, that Zergling will be roasted, toasted, and ran over. So that Hellion wanted to make it doubly sure that that guy was dead, and that he was not going to be coming back from the ground. I don't know what you want to call it, zombie Zerglings. That doesn't really make sense. But what do we got going on? We do have Lair Tech coming in for Madfrog. We do actually have a Baneling Nest just queuing up, so that will be coming online. That will be playing a role, but I don't really feel that it's going to be effective against the unit composition that we're seeing from Sjow, because Sjow is definitely leaning heavily on the Marauders, and the Marauders are very, they just excel at soaking up the damage from those Banelings, and with the concussive shell upgrade that just finished, they will be able to slow those guys down. if they do have the stem pack, the stemming will allow them to outrun the banelings early on before the centrifugal hooks, and basically just own those banelings if there's any sort of micro applied. We do have Hellions in the main of Madfrog though, and just coming in here and just roasting all of those Zerglings on that ramp. And these guys are definitely racking up the kills really quickly. We do have 5 kills for Sjow on that one Hellion, and the rest of the Zerglings coming up there and dying to that. And this 2 queens trying to attack team this force, but the 1 queen that does actually have enough for transfuse is the one that's being targeted. We do see her roast, toast, and just fall over in a heap of flame. And this one remaining queen is running for her life, but these drones are definitely going to be targeted here. We have a few running in here trying to attack. We have more Zerglings trying to get a hold of these Hellions right here, but these Hellions are just toasting those guys, as this guy has 8 kills and this one has 10 kills, so they are definitely paying for themselves. And Madfrog's in trouble right now. This early on, you do not want to have this kind of force in your main base, so Madfrog has basically had to evacuate his main. This one spine crawl trying to reach over here, trying to tap these guys on the shoulder, and basically just evict them from the main base. So Madfrog not in a really good position. We do have more Zerglings coming in contact with the forces of Sjow. We do see, oh, well, that Marauder goes down. Yes, it does. This one Marine will be going down. And yes, the clean up, basically, Madfrog was able to clean up with those Zerglings. Meanwhile, though, these Zerglings were kind of sitting here and not allowing Madfrog to reinforce. I don't know if you saw that on the minimap. So right now, Madfrog just took a pretty big economic hit, as yes, he does have only 12 harvesters to Sjow's 30 harvesters, and Sjow is going to be able to basically just kind of sit back and enjoy the economic advantage, as he's going to be able to tech up and produce a much larger army if Madfrog doesn't make something happen. But it does look like Madfrog will be knocking on the back door, and this could be very, very damaging to Sjow if he does not look for this, because he does not see that what's going on right there. And that's very unfortunate, because you should really keep something on the back door, even one Marine, supply depot, something, just so you can tell that those rocks are being destroyed. But sadly, that is not the case for Sjow, but Sjow does look like he is loading up for a drop. So we have 2 Hellions and 2 Marauders, so that is definitely going to be painful, and these rocks will be finishing up here. Meanwhile, back in Madfrog's base, he's trying to get himself back online. He's up to 24. He isn't really producing much other than just drones, and is going to try to make something happen with these Zerglings, as this backdoor has been knocked down, and it's going to be it's going to get brutal here in just a second. Yes, we do actually have the Zerglings moving in to the mineral line right here. They will be knocking on this door. They are going to be killing these SCVs, and we'll be grabbing a hold of these mules as well. Meanwhile, we do have a drop coming down for Sjow, so Sjow is going to be doing a lot of damage here, but Madfrog sees this, will be moving away his units, and will be bouncing them into, well, I thought they were going to the main, but it does not look like they're actually going to be going to the main. This queen retreating as fast as she can. Oh, and this could be very dangerous, because these, all of those drones going down to that one Hellion, as they were completely lined up and just begging to be roasted, and these Hellions are going to be threatening the main mineral line of Madfrog right now, so Madfrog just taking more and more economic damage as all of these drones are just being reduced to piles of cinder, and that was very, very damaging, as Madfrog was just barely able to get his economy back online, but he's knocked back down to 15 drones. So Madfrog is just at a huge economic disadvantage right now, and that's not a place you want to be anytime as any race ever. It's just bad news bears right there. So Sjow kind of putting some forces back here on the natural, looking for that back door to be exploited once again, because his front door is nice and sealed. So we do actually have Zerglings moving in and trying to make contact, but seeing how much is there, they will be backing off. This Hellion is going to be trying to chase them down, but is not going to be fast enough. And Madfrog, I really don't know what Madfrog will be able to do at this point, because he doesn't have the army, he doesn't have the economy, and Sjow is just going to be leaning. Look at this production tab. He is just cranking out units, and Madfrog is just trying to get the economy. And we see another drop coming down here, just trying to keep Madfrog's economy suppressed. And Sjow has been doing a good job of just locking Madfrog down, as this natural, we're 13 minutes in, and this natural is completely abandoned. So Madfrog just kind of backed up in a corner. Now we do see a Spire coming online for Madfrog, so Madfrog will be teching a little bit, but with these Thors on the field, I believe Sjow will be able to handle that quite readily, as he is moving out and just kind of poking around and trying to feel out what exactly Madfrog is up to and what kind of presence he has on the field right now. And it is it is a lacking presence indeed, as we do actually have some banelings queuing up there. We do have a small drone transfer as this medevac is looming in, coming in for another drop right here. So this queen will be shooting this medevac. Will she be able to strand them, as these zerglings will be moving here and will be trying to take out those marauders, and that queen will be able to get a shot off? No, it won't, as there's only 6 HP left on that medevac. But meanwhile, we have the forces of Sjow on the front door, and these banelings coming here trying to do some damage, but it does not look like it's going to be enough, as this Windspine Crawler is just whacking away. But there are so many units right here, and Sjow is going to be marching right into the main of Madfrog, and it does look like this is going to be the end of the story for Madfrog, though. Madfrog pulling off his drones from the natural and from the main, and will be doing a drone charge against these Thors, so doing one last hurrah, as we do see some Zerglings coming in here, and I don't know if that's really going to be enough, as this one queen is just pinging away on this medevac, and Madfrog does actually GG out of it. So Sjow was able to just basically, there's really no other word, he handled Madfrog, and he did it through his economy with those drops, and just really didn't allow Madfrog to do any sort of reprisal attack. Madfrog did have that one attack on the natural, but Sjow was able to counter the effectiveness of that with a drop of his own, and just basically kept Madfrog suppressed. He did not allow the Zerg to macro up, and he just kind of rolled them. So let's see how it's going to end up, because there are more coming in between these two. This was a best of 3. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comments, blah, blah, blah. I love all of it. I love hearing from you guys. I really do. And let's just go ahead and end this. So as always, citizens, stay safe.